Hi guys, so welcome back to our lecture video. Today I'm going to discuss with you about the tutorial questions of factors. Okay, so this is your course manual. Like I mentioned to you, you must do some of the question in the course manual, right? So this is the course manual. You just click in on factors. So you will go to the factors questions. Okay, so this factors questions has the answer here, and the recording former recording video has been done here for the solution. You can watch the solution if you do not know how to do it. Okay, and what I want you to do is these example questions, right? So I will discuss with you 1 until number 5, but number 6 I won't discuss this because we are going to discuss this in our force video. Okay, our force topic. So you can see here, you will also have the homework. Okay, you can do this homework also. Okay, you can do this homework, but I have no time to check for you. You have the you have the answer here. You can try to do this for your exercise. Okay, so today I'm going to explain to you these example questions and also extra tutorial questions. This problem book sheet is from Australia, so it's much more complicated. Okay, usually it's much more complicated, so we will try to cover this and this together. So for this example, you have done by your own already, so I'm going to quickly cover it. Okay, just very quick. Okay, now for number 1, if the car travel with south, okay, north, south, west, east, right? If the car travel with the south to the south at this 40 meter per second, right? And then slow down from here to here, is slow down to 20 meter per second. Slow down means against the direction of the movement, right? So now what is the change of velocity from here to here? Okay, actually there is no angle lah, yeah, which mean like from this line, from this to this. Okay, because in the same way. Okay, so how much is that? Of course, you can answer it. 20 meter per second. Go to where? The direction. Which direction is stronger? Down, right? To south. Okay, so this answer is wrong. This is S. Okay, this is how to answer this lah. For number 2, now the car travel to south with 50 km per hour. Okay, this is not SI unit. Okay, you must change to SI unit later on. Okay, and then it travel to east at the same speed. Okay, so now tail head, you can use this triangle method, right, to find resultant force. So now tail head, this is tail, this is the end head of the resultant force. You can find resultant force by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, at the end you get 71 km per hour. This is kilometer per hour, you can add lah. Okay, so that the end product is kilometer per hour, but this kilometer per hours is not SI unit. You need to change it to SI unit. Length SI unit is meter, hours is second, if you still remember this lah. 71, you put 71 km to meter is 10 power 3, hour to second, per here is per, divide hour per second, 3600. Okay, at the end you get 20 meter per second. So is this answer, but northeast. The direction is not northeast, yeah, the direction is here. Here is here, right? Here is southeast. Okay, the direction has error here. Okay, so now number 3. let's look at the questions. What the questions want? Okay, so if you look at these factors, you got 1 factor, 2 factor, 3 factor, 4 factors. Of course they will ask you to add factors together. Okay, add the vertical component. Okay, what is this vertical component? Means y. So all of the resultant in y-axis, how much the total y. You remember, like if this is your factors, you have x, you have y, right? So they ask you to find the y component. How much is the y component of these 4 factors add together? Okay, so which way it will move? Which way it will move means your resultant force. Okay, where at the end it goes. Okay, for this is not 4, it's actually 3c. Okay, continually of that number. What is the force acting in it, on it? Okay, so it's actually the answer of your resultant force. Okay, so this question all asks about how much is your resultant force. So in order to calculate your resultant force, you must calculate all the component in x-axis, all component in y-axis. Then you can answer 3 of these questions lah. Correct? So now let's start to resolve one by one. So you have this factor. I just give the name because it will make my life easier. So I need to resolve ax, ay, bx, by, cx, cy, dx, dy. Okay, then I add the x component, y component. Then I can answer all this. Okay, ax. So a is this length. Take your a out. Okay, so a have 45 degree here. So you just resolve this a up, left. So left, up. So this a have ax, this a have ay. Up left, you know how to see, right? The direction is up left. So ax, ay. So this is negative. Which one is negative? Is ax negative? Yeah, right. So ax is negative. A cos or sine? Cos 45. This is a sine 45, right? 45 opposite sine. So positive, yeah, because go up. So a sine 45. Okay, a cos 45. You can substitute the value lah. A is 5.66. Cos 45. 5 negative. This is negative. Negative, yeah, ax is negative. 5.66 sine 45. Okay, you can do it like this way. After that, you can do bx, by. Okay, now b is this way. So here 30 degree. So b is up, right. So go to the right, go to the up. So this is bx, by. So this is b cos 30, positive, going to the right. This is also going up. So b sine 30. Okay, so bx is b cos 30, by is b sine 30. Okay, positive. How about c? C only have x component. So cx is 9.4, cy is 0. How about d? D is only have y component. So negative 6.5 go down, negative. Okay, so now you resolve all of this. At the end of the day, you put the x and x component, you put together. So you got resulted in x. Sum means add. Okay, sum, this is sum, it means add all in x component, sum of y component. At the end you get your y, you add together, so you get y component 0, x component you get 9.73. Okay, so this is your resultant force. So you can answer this. What is the vertical component? Y 0. Okay, so now which way it moves? So resultant force. So now your resultant y is 0, your resultant x is 9.73 Newton. If you draw in Cartesian coordinate, what this means is there is no y component, only have x component this way, right or not? So this is only have x component. So now what is the resultant force? yeah, you can use Pythagoras theorem to find if you want, but still the same, you get 9.7373, okay, square root. Okay, so now this is positive or negative. Since here, let's go this way, positive, right? So where is the direction? Positive means going to the right side. Okay, how much the amount? What is total force? This amount lah. Okay. Okay, so far so good, huh? So number 5, okay, number 5, I'm going to explain a little bit. For these topics, you are going to, you are going to do it again in your equilibrium conditions or in the force theory. Okay, but okay, I just touch a bit lah, yeah. So a wire stretch between tops of two identical building, so it's the same wire stretch. Okay, so if the same wire stretch, okay, and then this wire of course have tension. Okay, so all of the point here will have the same amount of tension. Okay, the tension of wire is 2220 Newton. Okay, when a tightroper walk in the middle of the wire, okay, now he walk in the middle of wire, of course the wire will bend, right? And then this wire will have a tension, okay, 2220 Newton. Okay, this tightroper will have wake. You know this, right? And then action force, it will give a reaction force. Okay, the reaction force will be the tension. Okay, if somebody asks me why the tension, okay, each half of the wire make the angle of 8 degree. Okay, even though this person in the middle of the wire, you don't divide this tension into half. Okay, tension is not length. Okay, tension is the force. Okay, so if the one side have the tension of this much, another side will also have tension of this much. So if this is the same rope, okay, same wire, same string, the tension will experience the same value. Don't divide by half. Okay, it's not length, it's tension, is a force. Okay, so this is 8 degree, 8 degree. So now if I redraw my force in the clean drawing, so you will have this kind of figure, right? Not? So you will have 3 force here. Can you resolve the force? Okay, now what they ask you? They ask you is what is the mass of the performer? Okay, what is the mass of this person lah? Okay, so the mass is in y-axis. Can you see that? The component of mg is in y-axis. So your mass, if you want to find mass, you need to find the y-axis force summation. But doesn't matter, we can find x and y component first. Okay, you can find the resultant in x, resultant in y. Okay, let's go together. So you got this tension, here is 8 degree. So you will have up left. So you got 8. This is x t. Okay, sorry. Negative t cos 8 degree. This is t sine 8 degree. Correct or not? So now you got this side. For this, I call it t1x, t1y, t2x, t2y, wx, wy. Okay, so now your t1x, t2x, yeah, t is the same value, okay, in the same strength, same value. So it's x is negative. You take this component first, resolve this component into this, and then this is the x you get is negative t cos 8 degree. For y you get is t sine 8 degree, correct? And then for T2, this one, we label it as T2, okay? But T value is the same, okay? Just labeling different. So now component 2, you got up, right, okay? Upright, correct? Upright direction. So you got 8 degree here. So it's t cos 8 positive, right? So this is t sine 8 degree. So both is positive. X is t cos 8 degree, t sine 8 degree. Okay, W or mg, yeah, you can call it W, you can call it mg also. Okay, you know this, right? Okay, this wake, okay, has the vertical component, do not have horizontal component. 0. Wake is just wake lah, mg. Okay, can write mg. Okay, so now can you add your x and x together, y and y together? At the end you get your sum of fx equal to this plus this plus this. At the end you get minus t cos 8 degree plus t cos 8 degree. At the end you get 0. Okay, how about your y? You get 2t cos 2t sine 8 minus w. Okay, so now what to do with this resultant force? Okay guys, so if this person walk into the string, right? So this person have the y-axis force, okay, but x-axis is equal to 0 lah, unless this person if moving with the acceleration, the x will have some force, okay, but this person is not moving in the x direction, then the force in x direction also 0, by the way. So we don't care about x-axis anymore, we just need to know what is the y-axis, because your weight, you want to find mass, right? Your mass is actually in this is mg, yeah, minus mg. Your mass is actually in the y-axis. What do you think about the y-axis of this person? So this person actually is not moving in y-axis, right? If this person moving in y-axis mean this person is jumping in y-axis, but this person is just standing there. When this person standing there, the force is equilibrium. So you remember equilibrium force? So if it is equilibrium, so that sum of Fy or force in Ry of Fy will equal to 0. You still remember that? Okay, it's equilibrium. So you got 2t sine 8 degree minus mg equal to 0. At the end, you can find your m from here. Your m will be 63 kg. You use gravity 9.8. Okay, 9.8. Okay, so this is how to solve the force problem. Okay, so for number 6 we won't discuss here, we will discuss in the next chapter. Okay, because you haven't studied about inclined surface, so if I explain this one, you will get even confused. Okay, so guys, so this is the extra questions. Okay, how to do this one you must do by your own self. Okay, you download it and do it by your own. Okay, so I give you example how to do number 1, b plus c. So you take factor b plus c. So b first plus c. So b is going down, okay, plus c is going right. Okay, so triangle method. You can use parallelogram method also, doesn't matter. You can use triangle method. So this is the resultant force of b plus c. Okay, so the difficult example is this one, a plus b plus c plus d plus e. So a plus b plus c, so you plot your a first. Okay, I don't follow the grid. Okay, you must follow this. Okay, you plot a first. I just roughly show you how to do it. Okay, so then you add b, then you add c. Okay, this is easiest method, triangle, which everyone like it so much. Okay, you can use this method, plus d plus e is going this way. So where is the resultant force? The first starting point will be the tail, the head will be the ending point. So this is your resultant force. Okay, this is how to draw the resultant force. Okay, you draw your own lah, huh? Okay, number 2. Okay, number 2, I will discuss with you how to do it. later on you do by your own. Okay, John traveled from his cabin in the mountain for 13 km bearing 30 degree. Okay, so he got cabin here, his house is here. Okay, and then this is the mountain, then he traveled 13 km up there, but with the bearing 30 degree. Okay, here. Okay, then he head to 7 km bearing, then after that he head to 7 km bearing 2225, which mean like this, 2225 degree, which mean here is 45 degree. Okay, to down there with 7 km. This is 13 km. Okay, so you got two factor now. Factor one first factor is, okay, you can use 30 degree if you want. Okay, we take it like this. Another factors is this way, 45 degree, yeah, from the y-axis, bearing 225. So here to here is 45. Okay, so we take 45. So you got two factors like this. Now they ask you what is the distance and direction. So both, yeah, what is the angle and also distance of him moving. Okay. Okay, so this one you can use resolve factor method easier. Okay, so you got angle here. Okay, I personally like to use 60 degree here to the x-axis, but if some of you still want to follow this question, 30 degree on top here, you also can do that. Okay, doesn't matter. So if you want to use this angle, which means you need to resolve it to this way, this side. Okay, to angle side. So this is up, right, so you go to up, right, I mean to this side. Yeah, you don't do right up, you can do this side also, but this side you need to use the 60 degree angle here. Okay, but if you want to use 30 degree angle, doesn't matter, you can use 30 degree angle also. Okay, so this is your factor A. I can say it's 30 km. Okay, so you have AY, AX, correct? So you resolve lah your AX, AY, BX, BY. So AX now you got two factor. Another factor I name it B. Yeah, B is 7 km. Okay, later we resolve one by one first. We resolve factor A first, 13 km. So now your AX, what is your AX? AX is opposite, right? Opposite the angle. So sine or cos? AX, this is 30, sine or cos? So will be sine. Negative, positive, positive. Okay, AY is also positive. A cos 30. Okay, if you use 60, then this will be A sine 60, A cos A cos 60, A sine 60. Okay, this sine and cos is in the reverse direction if you use 60 degree. Okay, so you just be consistent. You use 30, then you look at the angle. The angle is here, AX is here, this is sine. Okay, you just follow the rule. Okay, then you can get the right thing. Okay, now let's resolve for B. So your B is so weird, your B is this one. Okay, your B is like this. So the angle is here. You can use 45 degree this side and this side, doesn't matter, it's 45 degree. Okay, so now it is going down left, correct? This arrow is down left. So you got B, you got BY, BX. Okay, so your BX is cos or sine? B sine 45, correct or not? Opposite the angle, negative. BY is B, negative also, BY going down, B cos 45. Okay, you find this value. A is the 13, yeah, 13 cos 13 sine 30, 13 cos 30. Just substitute. B is 7 sine 45, 7 cos 45. Okay, you calculate by using your calculator, and at the end of the day what you get is You will get sum of force in X, resultant in X, resultant in Y. You will get 1.55 km, 6.31 km. Resultant force, Pythagoras theorem, you can get it this value, and angle that you get will be 76.2 degree. So this X and Y, this one means like 1.55 to X, 6.31 to Y. Okay, so the tail and tail, right? This one you see tail and tail, so your resultant force you need to parallelogram it because this is parallelogram method. So this is your resultant force. So your resultant force is this much, angle is this much. Okay, so this is your answer. You can try by your own. Okay, number 3, we have done it in the slide. Okay, 4 also have done it. You can redo by your own. Okay, for number 5, 2 soccer player come to kick a ball in the same time. Okay, one approach the south and kick with the force of 180 Newton. Okay, so this one, let's do it together. North, south, west, east. Okay, so the 5 now. Wait a moment. Okay, 2 soccer player come to kick a ball at the same time. One approach from south. Okay, from south here, he kick a ball. Okay, kick the ball, and then with the force of 180 Newton. Okay, this questions is very tricky. Okay, one approach from south mean not kick to south, from south kick. Okay, and then after that another one is, and the second prayer from northeast. Northeast is here. Okay, from northeast here, kick down. Okay, with the force of 120 Newton. Okay, now draw the diagram to show the solution, labeling factors, and what is the resultant force of this. Okay, so you got 2 factors. How to add? So this ball, one person kick that side, another one person kick this way. Okay, so now where is this ball go? So this ball, if you see, you can use parallelogram. This is up, down. Okay, or you don't use that method, you can use, okay, I just teach you resolve factor method lah. So this is first force, we can call it force A. This one we call it force B. Okay, so now can you tell me what is your AX, AY, BX, BY? Your BY, okay, the angle here will be 45. Okay, northeast ma. Okay, so now resolve this. Okay, resolve this all. At the end of the day, what you are going to get is your resultant force AX 0, AY 180 go up. So this B, you will have BX, BY, yeah, BX going, BY going down, BX going left. Okay, you just resolve B cos theta or B sin theta. BX sin. Okay, you do this, you get your resultant force, then you get something, and then you can find angle also. Okay, you can find the angle, resultant force, you get 27 Newton. 127 Newton. Okay, but they don't say that they don't ask you resultant, yeah, they don't ask you direction or angle, so they ask you to find resultant force. So this is the answer. Okay, so and number 6, okay, parachute parachutist, okay, feel a force due to gravity, okay, with his mass of this one. Okay, this parachute supplies a force in opposite direction by using air resistance. So there is the against the parachutist of there is the force against it. It's called air resistance, okay, and the parachutist and parachute have combined mass of 110 kg. Okay, so the weight of them, and because of the gravity, so this force will be how much? Check. This force will be 1078 Newton. Okay, and the air resistance applied to this person is 900, force to 900 Newton. A stiff beast works in parallel direction in horizontal, which push with the force of 40 Newton. Okay, so they don't tell you it's pushed to the right or left. You just always assume push to the right, because right is positive, that positive, right? The value of the factor to the right is positive, so easier for you to do the calculation. Okay, by the way, it's the same thing. If you want to make it push to the left, you will get the same value of resultant also. Okay, so they ask you what is the resultant force felt by the parachutist. So you have three force, right? Then they ask you to draw the diagram. Okay, so you got three force. How to draw the diagram? So first of all, this you combine, you A, B, C, or you add this. Okay, this. Okay, 1078. You add with 40 Newton. Then you add with second force, 900 Newton. Okay, you got three force, you combine. Tail head, tail head, tail head. Okay, then your resultant force will be tail head at the end. Okay, so this is your drawing diagram, or we call it free body diagram. Okay, and okay, what is the resultant force felt by this person? So now you need to find the resultant force. So now how to find resultant force? You can, this is your F1, F2, this is your F3 lah. You got three force, right? X-axis and X-axis you combine, F1X, F1Y, F2X, F2Y, F3X, F3Y. You just do this, okay? X and X you add, or Y and Y you add. At the end, you get your resultant force equal to 182 Newton. Okay? This is the answer. You can try by your own. Can? Okay guys, so that's all of about the tutorial guideline, how to do your tutorial and course manual. So please do it by your own self and submit your your tutorial in the platform given. Okay guys, bye, see you next